Hey everybody. Hey Team AJ. Hey guys. I hope you can hear me. Hey everybody coming in. Hey to those who are up there in the clouds. Hey to everybody. Okay. All right. So I was thinking a while ago. Thank you so much for coming in, I should say. I was just thinking, I don't know, should I do it today? It's pretty early, or should I do it like later on in the night? I had like three really quick questions that I wanted to ask, like based on some of the stuff we've been seeing here in the sector. Oh, you can hear me? Thank you. Okay. Um, I don't know. I'm not on here this early in the morning. I was waiting to see if Bless was gonna go live. Is Blessed? Are you gonna go live, Miss Blessed? I don't know. Or Lady Nika. I've been looking around and wondering, and I'm like, am I the only one waiting for someone to go live? You know, I'm here. Oh, do I have to go watch TV? Hey, January Capricorn. Hey, trying to remember if I've seen you here before. Welcome and good morning, Miss Blessed. Are you gonna go live? Lady Nika, are you gonna go live? Is there something going on in the sector why it's so quiet? Maybe it's someone's live that I'm not subscribed to. Is something going on? AJ, what is going on? Is there something actually going on in the sector that I need to know about? Because it's really quiet out here. Why is it so quiet? Is there something happening on another channel I may not be subscribed to? I want to know. Am I missing something? Darn. Let me know. Let a girl know. Okay. So I was thinking about some of the things that's been happening here in the sector. And I had like three really quick questions that I wanted to get your responses on. What do you think about it? It's just gonna be like a really quick conversation. Hey Brixton babe. Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're good. I don't know how my audio is. Let me move. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna change positions. Change positions. Hold on. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. Team AJ, do you think? Okay, Team AJ says they've been focusing on the microsectors from what I can see. Okay. You mean like I've been hearing about the Mo3 sector? I've been hearing about, I don't know if the Mo3 is different from the health sector. I guess it is. And I don't even know if it's a sector because Room Shaker just decided she was going to create her own thing and do her own thing. Are there like other content creators who joined her? What's going on? What is going on? So I'm seeing that there was a little mess going on yesterday. I don't know like the full, story behind it with cooling and what's her name? Coupon therapy. I really don't understand it, to be really honest. But in some way I think maybe she's been moving different with her or something. So I guess that's what sparked that up from what I was trying to get. I don't know. I'm the worst person. You hear me? The worst person. Something may have gone down in the chat yesterday and somebody was, you know, accosted about it or whatever. I don't know. Okay, so Brixton Babe seems to agree with Team AJ that they've been focusing on microsectors from what you see. So are you saying that the beefing sector doesn't care about things happening over here? They're going over by those other sectors. I don't know all the names of them. I just remember hearing Mo 3. I remember hearing of Health Sector. I don't know what the other one is. Hey Sephora. Hey Cool Gamer. Hey everybody coming in. Come on guys. Let me know. I have a little time today. I have a little time to. Ooh, you caught an early. Hey, Indigo. Indigo. Hey. Listen, I was here. I have some time today, so I decided let me come on here. I wanted to have a quick discussion, but I need to know, why is it? We're always expecting to have, our favorites on here live, but we gotta sometimes remember they have their own lives to live. Oh Lord, because I'm on here. I've been going from channels to channels, and I'm like, who is live? What's going on? Why isn't anyone live? Team AJ says, I don't plan on watching any of them, folks. Brixton Babe doesn't intend to go. There are only two persons from this new quote unquote merge or sector that I've been in and out of their chats. So I've had three new people that I've started watching. So I've been watching Sincere Saida. I don't know if she's in a sector per se or if she's just doing her own thing. So I've been watching her. I find her, very entertaining to me. And she's a calm spirit from what I observe. I don't know how she gets on outside of YouTube, but she seems okay to me. Let's put it that way. Then you got Room Shaker. Room Shaker seems hilarious to me. She's vibrant. She got a lot of energy and stuff. And I think she's just on here for the most part to have fun. I can see she has a fun personality. And then I've also been Indigo. Um, and then I've also started watching Cooling with the Crew. So I've been watching Sincere, Cooling with the Crew, and Room Shaker. To be honest with you, some of the things they talk about, I don't know the people. I don't know the people in there, but I'm like, okay, let me listen, see what's going on here. Um, and I just like their personalities, I guess. Um, Especially I like Sincere and what's her name's personality. So I've been checking them out to see what they have to offer and stuff. Um, a lot of people over here share the same view that they're not interested in watching other people. Let me see. Oh Lord, Indigo says one person and the curly Larry and multi-sector is comprised of six. Oh Lord, not special ed. Let me see. Sephora says the beef sector is boring. It's usually the same drama over and over. Well, I agree there's always drama. Sometimes it's not the same thing. Sometimes there's one storyline that goes on for months. It's Team AJ says, who knew it was a never ending list of sectors? It's like a multiverse. Lord, it's a lot going on. Mm-mm. Indigo says, I'm not watching them, folks. Mm-mm. They won't be getting my measly view. I'm not going to contribute to the quote unquote the quote open quote the merging close quotation of special educations of the peach. Oh Lord. Indigo says she's not going. Hey Dovey. Hey the hood table. Indigo says they always say our sector is boring, but they are always over here watching. Okay. Oh Lord, Dovey is still at it. Dovey is still at it. Dovey's asking if anyone is going to the funeral where there's nobody. Oh, you're asking if anyone. Lord, Dovey came in swinging. Oh Lord. Dovey came in here swinging. Dovey's asking if anybody's going to a funeral where there's no body and no ashes. Um, I guess Lovely Love would have to answer that one. You guys have been really going at it. I can't believe you guys were like really close friends a few months ago. I want to say I hope you guys get back, but then at the same time, sometimes things are better the way they are. When people just part ways and stuff. But I thought you guys were like really good friends at one point, because you were always supporting each other. So it's kind of sad to see that you guys don't have the same type of YouTube ship as before. Team AJ says, I knew the word sector was going to be taken out of context eventually. One person has a whole sector. Well, she's the founding father, founding mother. Hold on, guys. There's a lot going on. Listen, it's a lot going on. Some people here in the beef sector say they are not crossing over. They're not going to check out other people, and it is what it is. And then there's some in here who says, listen, at the end of the day, it's YouTube. We're just going to go on and we're going to watch whoever comes by. Hey, Barney. And then you do know, I'm trying to remember the name of the sector. I was on Rick Reed's early morning. Well, it wasn't early morning. It was one of those drunk lives, right? And there was this sector. I can't remember the name of it. It was like they had plans and they had a whole agenda. Like, okay, we're coming to take over the beef sector. Take over. You heard that word? Take over. And so it's like they watch to see who are the bigger content creators in the beefing sector, and they see whose panel they need to hit. So that's their strategy. So they're gonna quote unquote infiltrate the sector. That's crazy. I think differently. How about building your own? How about building what you want? How about that? Why do you have to come piggyback off? People who already have stuff going. Work your way up. Ooh, we're coming to steal their subscribers. How the hell can you steal anyone's subscribers? People go where they want to go. How are you going to steal anything? You know what I'm saying? People go where they want to go. And then you got some of them who say, okay, the people in the beef sector, they give donations over there. They give cash apps and super chats. They support those content creators. We're going to go over there because guess what? We're going to take those subscribers so we can start getting money. So those are some of the things people think of. And it's pretty shallow for me. I don't know. It's pretty shallow. I don't know. The hood table says there are not enough hours in my day to keep up with the beef sector, let alone another sector, right? I can't even keep up with the channel holders over here. And then if I do go in some of the lives, I can't stay there for too long because, I can only pop in and listen for a few and whatever. It depends on my workload for the day, So kudos to those who can, like find the time to go everywhere. Hey, Ronnie Q. Sephora says the tea sector is good. I'm usually there. But what happens over there, though, Sephora? Tell me what happens. Indigo says the thing is, we see now that the beef sector folks that go over to those sectors are getting doxxed, roasted badly, stalked, harassed offline, and the rest of us is supposed to participate in that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So she's saying no. She's not going to be a part of it. And that leads to some of the questions I have that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, everybody. I'm just asking. So today I'm just asking questions. Team AJ says the subscribers here are pretty rich and gullible. Well, I ain't rich. Well, I'm not rich. I wish I was. Shoot. Rich, I am not. Gullible, I definitely am not and will never be. Gullible, mm-mm. Nope. Not gonna happen. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I have a mind of my own. Look at Bless. Oh, girl, I was waiting on you, girl. The hood table says I'm hood rich. Okay. Hey, call the law. Hey, everybody. So here goes the question. Here goes the question. I think I have enough persons in here. I got 3 questions. So the name of the segment is Just Asking. I'm thinking of doing this as something new. I'm always thinking of stuff, or let me say, things come up and I just decide to do it on the channel. Like I told you at the beginning, I have no idea what I'm doing on this channel. So whatever comes to me, I just do it. Okay. So I'm thinking of starting something new that says Just Asking. So this is gonna be one of those shows. Okay. Ooh, Indigo says, did you see Cosmo roasted Porky Petunia into the ground? That was embarrassing, and he didn't even know her that well. Like he took her entire soul. Listen, I'm gonna give that a yes. And how do I know about it? I was over there peeping on Jay Dunn's wall, and Jay Dunn put a timestamp. Okay. Jay Dunn put a timestamp, and I'm hoping it's the same person that you're talking about, right? So Jay Dunn put a timestamp to a video on her community wall, and I decided, listen, I'm gonna go peep in. And when I went to that timestamp, honey, ooch, ooh, I don't remember the name of the person. I guess it's no, Blessed isn't in here. Indigo, she wouldn't block you. Mm-mm. She's not in here. I was asking earlier on if Blessed isn't gonna go live because I was waiting for Blessed and Lady Nika to go live. I'm like, where are they? Listen, if this is the same person you're talking about, Indigo, I was over there watching. I went to the timestamp and I was laughing a storm up. Okay. I was laughing up a storm because that guy did her in. Okay. I don't think Nika blocks everyone, Gummy. Hey, Gummy. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay, so let's go to this question real quick. I got 3 questions for you. Question 1. Should content creators be mods for other content creators? What do you think? Let me get your views and opinions on this. And Team AJ says, my answer is absolutely not. Why do you think so, though? Why do you think so? Indigo, Indigo says no. Gummy Bomber says no. Team AJ says no. And I dropped the link in the chat for anyone who likes, who is okay with clicking links to let me know what you think. Should content creators be moderators for other content creators? What do you think? The 3 persons who responded, they said it's an absolute no for them. But I'd like to know why you think it's a no. Why do you think it's not a good idea for persons who have channels to let other persons moderate for them? Is it that you think people are not gonna respect your channel enough? Or are they going to use the same rules that applies to their channel? Are they going to cross over and take it to your channel? What are some of the setbacks? Are there positives? Are there let's see if there are pros and cons to this. Let me see some of these answers. Okay. Call the Law says, I was timed out by an emotional content creator who had an issue with me. I came in the content creators chat, and and he started addressing me about something that happened somewhere else. Okay. So you're saying that sometimes moderators will take things, or beefs or stuff that was happening in another chat, and if they see you somewhere else, they'll, continue to attack you because of it or say something to you because of it. The hood table says, I am a mod for content creators and I have mods who are content creators and I've never had a problem with it. So the hood table is fine with it. A few other persons are like, no, mm-mm. Moderators should not be content creators. Madame Scorpio says no, because some might not like you and block you. Okay, I can see that too. That does happen, you know. And some people also get in their feelings, you know, because especially if that's a person who loves blocking. Oh Lord, mm-mm. Especially if a person who is always blocking people and you're known for doing that. But when you go to moderate for other people, are you taking that same type of spirit with you when you go there? You know, that's another thing to think about. You know, some people put mod up content creators. You know, as a networking type of thing. You know, it does bring news, it views, it does bring drama. It comes with its own thing. You know. Team AJ says they are very sensitive and they block everyone that says something they don't like, and it's ridiculous. That does happen, you know. Hold on, let me put this thing up real quick. My overlay. Okay. Is that you, Ronnie Q? Let's see if somebody's trying to use your name, Ronnie. Ah! Look at the avatar. Oh my god. Ronnie Q, is that you, girl?
My name, my name is Toe Jam, and don't call me nothing else but Toe Jam.
Good morning, Toe Jam. Welcome to the channel, Toe Jam. I gotta pull this down so I can show people your. Hold on. Welcome to the channel, Toe Jam.
Hi, Mary Carey.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Let me mute 1 second. I gotta learn to compose myself. How are you, Ronnie?
I'm fine.
Okay, so what do you got to say about this question right here?
On the topic of what you were saying, well, it's up to the content creator, but I think that a lot of people will find themselves in situations where their chat will not benefit from content creators having mod sticks in their chat. For instance, a content creator who says, "Don't block people in my chat," and they have a mod who's a content creator who's on something totally different. For instance, like when I would be in Pizarro's chat, Lady Nika would block me every time I would write something in the chat, and on some personal vendetta type of stuff. And
Hold on, Ronnie Q. I gotta cut you. How do you know it's her though? How do you know?
because she would say because she would say it. Yeah,
Oh,
every time
okay.
I every time I would write something, she's like, "Oh, you getting what is it 300 every time you say something." And the thing about it is she she started blocking me because she alleged that I didn't speak to her in Duchess Kelly live chat, and I must had a problem with her and this that and the other. And the day that she said that I must have had a problem with her, I wasn't even in Duchess Kelly live chat that day. So she came at me in Bless Watkins chat and made this whole big thing when I was joking about Bree. Well, you're not Bree's watcher or handler or whatever. So why are you in this? And so so and then so when I said that, then she said, "Well, you have a problem with me because you didn't speak when I was spoke to you in Duchess chat." So that's what she took it to. And you didn't say nothing to me. But then I said I wasn't even in Duchess chat yesterday. So then she was like, "Well, you're gonna get timed out every time you say something." So she would time me out every time I would say something in Pizarro's chat. But Pizarro was under the um thing like don't say anything, don't time people out, don't time people out. And then it was and I've seen a lot of people like you hear Rico say a lot of times about Clyde Diva chat. Tracy was over there timing people out all the time. That was
I
Tracy.
remember.
That was Tracy. Tracy timing out people. Well, what you're doing is you're stifling people's chat. You're stifling people wanting to even go over there and
Right.
participate. And you're stifling the growth of people's channel when you're and that could be on purpose to stifle somebody's growth. You never know if you have another content creator trying to stifle your growth, a hater, trying to stifle your growth. So you have to be leery. They're trying to act like they're supporting you, and Tracy could be good to be a hater. So you never know. So you have to be leery of who you have. They could be smiling in your face and trying to stab you in the back at the same time.
And
So.
messing your channel up because of their,
Mhm.
their failure to just moderate their feelings, moderate in quotation marks there. But that is true. And Sephora also says that is why a lot of subs don't drop down like before. I remember when I just started dropping down in chats over here, it was way more, it was freer. People could just go in, say what they want and stuff. Even if they didn't necessarily have to be like vicious with what they were saying, but it was way more open, especially
Exactly.
and it was way more fun. It was way more fun at the time also because people were not being stifled from saying how they feel about stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when we have moderators who they may be friends with somebody else, they're gonna be watching their friends chat, and then they'll stifle persons from being able to say what they think about something, even when it's not being in a offensive way. They'll be getting timed out or blocked.
Yeah, and it's getting really a bit much for these content creators and their bullshit about, oh, and I saw you over there, and oh, and I saw you over here, and oh, it's okay if you're over there, but for you to drop down and for you to do this and for you to do that,
Right.
motherfucker, fuck you. It's okay for me to do any motherfucking thing that I want to do over there, over here, over there. Get the fuck out of here. It,
That's
but, go ahead.
Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay for me to do any motherfucking thing that I want to do. The same thing it's okay for you to do any motherfucking thing that you want to do. Who are you to
Yeah.
tell me it's okay for me to do?
Right. And I've had instances where people had stuff to say about me. Oh, she was in so and so's chat. I remember when Tracy and Queen Naima fell out. Now listen, the both of them fell out. I didn't fall out with any of the two. So if I was a moderator over Queen Naima's, albeit for a few weeks or months or whatever, maybe a few weeks, and they both stopped talking to each other, what is the problem if I still go over there as a moderator? If I go, what should be the problem if I still drop down in there?
Hmm.
You had people having issues with it, people going back to Tracy talking about, oh, she's over there. She was in the chat while Queen Naima was cussing you and stuff. And I'm like, they're the ones going at it, not me. Like,
Hmm.
seriously, am I supposed to be in every single battle that you guys have? Some of the times I can barely keep up with who doesn't speak to who, and they'll be watching the chats, they'll be moderating the mods. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. How
And
where did you get that from?
then they're gonna sit up there and act as if they they are content creators, and they're gonna sit up there and act like they don't know, like what me and you are talking about right now. They're gonna act like they don't know it's a delay. Like what we're saying right now is not hitting the ears of the chat. So what we're saying right now is gonna be played, the chat is going to hear it like 5 or 10 seconds from now. So what the chat is responding to right now, if somebody laugh in the chat, they're laughing at something we said 5 or 10 seconds ago.
Right,
So it's gonna
right,
be like, oh, when Carrie said that, why did you start laughing you're
right.
laughing at something that was said 5 or 10 seconds ago. So and
Exactly.
then so when if I say something right now, and if Gummy Bama put some laughing face when Carrie said this. Why did you started laughing? You're
Yeah,
laughing
she
at
was
something.
laughing.
You're laughing at something that played 5 or 10 seconds ago. Get the fuck out of my face with that dumb shit. But they
That
act
is
like they
so
don't know
true.
that.
That is so true. There's only a 5 to 10 second delay. Well, 10 seconds
Exactly.
tops. And sometimes people will be commenting on something that happened, prior. And then you have those messy people who go in the chat and they're like, "Ooh, she was laughing when you said this. She was
Mm-hmm.
laughing." And I'm like, "Who are you?" I barely listened to my mother when I was a child, when I was respectful. But at the same time, you don't tell me what to do.
And
Don't
and
stifle me.
and you could be in a whole different conversation with somebody and you're not even laughing at the content. You can be in a one-on-one conversation with somebody and laughing about your conversation that you're having with somebody that don't even have anything to do with the context of what's going on with the conversation of the chat. You can be in a one-on-one conversation with somebody in the chat that don't have nothing to do with what the content creator is even talking about.
That is so true. And this leads me back. I've said this before on here and I'll repeat it. I will never forget one day I was over there by Jay Wilson's chat when the MU person was over there. And I mentioned in the chat, just imagine if our children saw some of these videos she's doing on here on YouTube. That's all I typed. Because she was talking about her crazy sexcapades and her meth use and all of that stuff. She was talking about the men she was sleeping with, Don Cato and whoever else. And I'm like, what would happen if her children, just imagine if her children should see this. Do you believe that one of his mods actually deleted my message? My
Uh-huh.
ch- they deleted it. Now, like, what gave you the right? What makes you think that what I said was so out of term? What was so bad about the messages? So at some point, you're gonna find that the moderators are using their moral or lack thereof,
Mhm.
their idea of what is right or wrong, to time people out or to delete comments or block people.
Mhm.
So content creators should also ensure that they let their moderators know what is the plan for their channel, because myself and maybe many others may have been silenced from having a thought, giving a simple comment, and they may not want to go back. And at the end of the day, it's the content creator who's going to be losing subscribers or interaction in their chat. People are not going to want
Mhm.
to drop down anymore. People are not going to feel like it's a free space where they can have their own ideas, their own thoughts, express their own feelings.
Mhm.
So that is also something to think about.
And that could have been something that permeated with her. That could have been a thought that really permeated with her or other people,
Right.
and it wasn't a bad thing that you said. Like that's something that can make you go, huh, and make you like, yeah, like yeah, well, you know, let me readjust my. It wasn't a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand that some of the things you do right now, you may be living in the moment, but you got to remember that your children, they have access to the internet. They're going to grow up at some point, you know. Those videos will always be around of things you were doing or saying. So you got to be careful of some of the stuff that you say.
And your
And I
children's. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And your children's friends have access to them in the present time at the moment, and what you're doing right now could affect your children in the present tense right now by your children's friends having access to them. You could be doing your children detriment by your children's friends having access. Oh, look what your mother's doing on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Bullying, those children could get
Mm-hmm.
bullied at school because of that. So you're
Exactly.
being so fucking selfish at the end of the day because you're just thinking about you and you're not thinking about the implications of your actions on your children. They got
Mm-hmm.
to go out and face other children, and children can be so mean to each other
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. So you got to really be careful of some of the things that you do. It is too much. So, and this is something I've been noticing. People think, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. If people fall out, that's between them two. It is not between me, you, and them.
Mm-hmm.
Do not engage me in that shit. Okay? Because
It,
if I'm supporting someone, I'm supporting them genuinely. Okay? I'm not going
Prime.
to be going on a roller coaster ride with anyone to try and keep up with you to know who you're beefing with at one point. It could be at the blink of an eye you're not talking. I could be at work and you be in a whole nother chat and you guys are not getting along. So I'm supposed to keep up with that when I get home from work to know you guys are not friends anymore. Oh, I'm not supposed to drop down in those chats anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It is just selfish at the end of the day.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
And I'm gonna be real delicate with this because I know this is your moderator. Prime example, Yamin. Him and Duchess Kelly Love fell out. I
They
was on a
did?
when they fell out. They
Oh,
fell
okay.
out. Prime. I was on a panel when they had a falling out. It was about some gender loving type of thing. I don't know, and it was about something and about somebody who y'all was dating or something. I wasn't even halfway invested in the conversation. And I go back and I hear Yamin said that I said the name of somebody he was dating and or gave the identity. And I'm like, excuse me? I don't know anything about Yamin, his dating habits. How would I come back and say anything about who he was dating, a name or anything about Yamin? I don't even pay attention to Yamin and his complicated explanations about who, what, and all these identities and all these explanations of genders and definitions and things. I tune him out on anything that he says because it's so convoluted. His definitions of status of definitions and all this stuff that he speaks about to say what he is and identifiers and this, that, and the other. For him to say that I said anything about his dating status was ludicrous. But to just to put me in to have a reason to be mad at me because he got mad at Duchess Kelly Love because I was up on the panel with him and Duchess Kelly Love when him and Duchess Kelly Love fell out. To include me in as if I said something about somebody he was dating when I don't know Yamin from a bag of rocks. So how could I say something about Yamin? And then the day when Tracy said, "Oh, Ronnie Q, you were over there saying that I'm charging people to that I when Tracy lied on me and said that that I said that she was Tracy
Charging
called
people for for membership or something like that.
yeah, when she said that I was charging people, she told a lie. She said that I said that what she said that what I said was that people that Tracy was charging people to find out what went on with her case. She's trying to charge people to find out that her case was she's trying to get people to sign up for her membership to find out that her case was dismissed. I said she's trying to get people to sign up for her membership just to tell them that her case was dismissed. And that's what I said. And then she did set up a whole live with my name in the title with Ronnie Q, come over. Uh, I hear you said that I'm trying to beg people for memberships. I'm trying to beg people for memberships or something totally
She's
wrong.
always misinterpreting people.
She got it.
Always.
Some diving for death came over there. And I was over at Proud Grandma, and she got it totally wrong. But then Yamin set up a live, and he goes, but he says that Tracy caught me in a lie, and this, that, and the other. But Tracy didn't catch me in a lie. Tracy set up the live, and she got it totally wrong. And she asked me, "Did I say something?" And I was like, "No, that's not what I said." And she said, "Yes, you did." And I have it on tape. I said, okay, we'll play it. Because she what she said wasn't what I said. What I said was she's trying to get people to sign up she's trying to get people to sign up for membership to find out that her case was dismissed. And what she said wasn't what I said. So why would I say, yeah, that's what I said? Because it wasn't what I said. So y'all mean sets comes up, oh, Tracy caught Ronnie Q in a lie, and then he plays everything but what Tracy says and makes a whole live and says how Tracy caught me in a lie, this, that, and the other, but he doesn't play what Tracy says and does a whole live on me, but he never plays what Tracy says. And see, and Ronnie Q, she always lies, and she always. I'm like, is y'all mean insane? He does a whole lie on on me being a liar, but he never plays what Tracy says. I'm like, and see, this is how she caught her in a lie, and this is how she caught her in a lie, and see, it says right here exactly what Ronnie Q says, and it shows what. I'm just like, is
Were
he
you
insane?
in
But
another live when you said it,
I was in
Ronnie?
Proud Grandma's live,
Right, because I
and
know I was over there.
and it
Right.
shows what I said in Proud Grandma's live, but it doesn't show what Tracy accuses me of saying. And Tracy accuses me of saying something totally different. So they got the timestamp of me saying what I said in Proud Grandma's live, but he doesn't play what Tracy says I said, which was something totally different. So he said, see, Tracy Carter, it's right here. Tracy Carter, yeah. Tracy showed what I actually said, but you didn't show what Tracy said that I said that was totally different. I was like, these people are insane.
Now you know Tracy lied on me too, so
What did
oh,
Tracy lie on you?
Lord, let me see if I could remember. Tracy lied on me. She said I was over by New Biology that night. She said I was lying on her, and I don't even remember what she was saying because it was so stupid. It was dumb as shit. And I was like, look at you, girl. I never get too upset when it comes to her. I just laugh at her at all times. I can never, I can never get upset. I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was, to be honest, we were having a discussion about something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It was myself and Goosey. We were over by New Biology's panel. We were having a whole conversation, and I wanted Goosey to apologize to someone who he made a comment to on my panel, and that was Corey Lover. The bitch came in and thought I was talking about her that Goosey needs to apologize to. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I'm trying to remember everything. And then when we were there and the newbie was asking what was going on, and I was like, trust me, you don't got to know. Just leave it alone. It's not for you to know. And I was like giving her hints to leave it alone because it was
Mm-hmm.
something that happened prior with Lovely Love. The woman came into the chat and thought I was talking about her, and she went to her channel and went off with it. I can't remember the whole details. I'd have to go back to the channel and watch it, to New Biology's channel to watch it to see what happened. But then she
But
went over to her live telling people, "Oh, she's over there talking about me," and I asked her what she said, and oh, and you're and she just dropped in the chat out of nowhere. We were having a calm, peaceful conversation. She came with her Jezebel spirit in the chat. Hold on one second. We were having a real calm, laid back conversation. She came with her Jezebel spirit in the chat. She just asking, "What, Carrie? What did you say?" And some crap, some fuck shit. And then she's and I don't know what happened. I can't remember. It's so trivial. It's so childish. It's so kindergarten. I don't remember everything, but I do know she went back to her live to lie to say I was talking about her. Now, listen, we were talking about Lovely Love. That's all it was. We were talking about Lovely Love changing the subject, Lovely Love acting crazy because I think she was drunk or tired or something. So she was
mm-hmm.
going all over the place. At one point, she thought I was Carrie Cecil. At one point, she was just accusing me of stuff. And I'm like, Lovely Love, we were just friends a while ago. So Newbie was trying to figure out what happened. But that is when the chaos demon dropped down and she started to say I was saying stuff that I wasn't saying. That's basically what it was.
And you guys hadn't had any problems up to you and Tracy hadn't had any problems up to this was out of the blue, or were you guys fine then?
I think
You
it
and
was leading
Tracy?
up to it because this was during the time that she didn't like Goosey.
Mhm.
So she would have a problem with Goosey. So wherever she saw Goosey or if she saw myself, she would come over there. So she was actually looking for something. You could tell she was looking to find something so she
Mhm.
could, talk about or do something. But I guess she was already upset with me because of stuff that Goosey may have been doing on my panel while she was over here. So she was already upset that I allowed him to come on here and talk and say what he wanted and whatever. But she always leaves the part out where she was also poking at Goosey and Goosey would
Mhm.
would respond. So I know that there were times when he would poke at her, but she always left out the part that she was down here in the chat talking about him and he
Mhm.
was responded. He would be like, "Look at that, so and so." He would respond. So she was upset that he was quote unquote addressing her, and I shouldn't let Goosey address her. I'm not gonna silence Goosey for you. I'm
Well,
not.
he's supposed to just sit there and be
Right, and
her
she should. Right,
whipping board.
right. So she should just type whatever she wants in the chat. And oh, it's because they're from the Caribbean. It's because they're Jamaicans. Jamaicans, my hell, that has nothing
And
to
you
do with
don't speak
shit.
English, and you should speak English.
Right, right. Ooh, right. I remember the bitch said I should speak English so she could
Yeah.
understand. Girl,
Mhm.
bye.
Yeah.
Girl, boo. I
Mhm.
didn't. She was just upset that she thinks that because she's upset with Goosey, I'm supposed to be upset with him too. But it doesn't work that way.
Don't worry
She
about.
says that she told me not to let him address her, and she can't come over here without enjoying the show without him and whatever. And I'm like, but you're doing stuff too. At first, I used to say, Goosey, please don't say anything to her. At first, I just used to ask
Mhm.
both of them to stop, you know, because I'm like, you're adults, just stop, whatever. But the girl said, I am laughing and I'm she says she says I was just entertaining Goosey with what he had to say and whatever. So I
Mhm.
guess she felt upset. I was supposed to be quote unquote loyal to her
Mhm.
and kick Goosey to the curb because of her. And if she's upset with him, I should be upset with him too. It doesn't work that way.
No, what it
I
was
don't know.
is
I'm a
the
whole
she.
adult out here.
What it was
Hey, I mean,
she was scary, and she wouldn't come up on the panel and address Gucci herself. Oh, I have a channel and I can just address it myself. And she wanted to pick at him from the audience, and then that's what happened. She would pick on him from the audience, and then expect you to chastise him and have him voiceless as she picked on him from the audience.
and she was always up here in my bushes. Even when we fell out, she would be over here in my bushes and then go on over her channel to talk about me. And I'm like, girl, your life revolves and it's centered around YouTube. I'm not. I got all the fish to fry, and you're just like nothing to me. So it really doesn't matter. I didn't care that much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. It was too much. It was too much. She's saying I was going off with Goosey and allowing him to disrespect her and whatever. And I'm like, isn't this the Goosey you were always grinning your teeth off when you saw him? Ooh, Goosey, 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 quit the wink, Goosey. Isn't that the same Goosey? So now because you guys are not friends, I'm not supposed to talk to him. It doesn't work that way. Mm-mm. Nope, it
Uh,
doesn't.
And
Oh
that
yeah, she's here now, Femme Noir. She's
that
here.
that talk English thing, like, that was like, that was just, really telling. And for her to tell someone to speak English, like, no, if you don't speak English, you're doing the right thing, because you're not begging anybody to uh you're not giving anybody warning shouts that your rent is due, and that you need donations to pay your rent, and all this type of stuff. So you keep on doing what you're doing, because you not speaking English is getting your bills paid without begging people on
Right,
the internet. So
right.
you
She
go
can.
on and speak your patois, and go on and keep your bills paid,
So
girl.
I was wondering all these years I was in her chat, what language was I like typing in her chat when I used to moderate for her? That's the real
Mhm.
question. Was it a whole nother language? Wasn't it ever English? I don't understand. I don't get it. Talking about oh girl. She's saying I should talk English. She thought she was gonna get me to go back and forth with her, and it just didn't work.
And how
It
insulting is
didn't.
that? How insulting is that to heat wave?
Right. I told Heatwave the other day, I said, Heatwave, she got a problem with people who have accents. She got a problem with people who don't speak like her. So, what is going to happen if she had a problem with me? What is going to happen to you now, Heatwave? Just give her a little time. And the worst part of it, Heatwave, is that you went and you started your own channel like myself. So, you know, she's going to try and, sway you to do what she wants, or she's going to come with some drama centered around your channel. Give it a little bit more time. It speaks volumes what she had to say about me and how I should speak English so she could understand, and whatever. And I'm like, okay, give it a little bit more time and see what she's going to say to you about how you speak, Heatwave. Just wait and see. She has the nerve to be calling somebody ugly. I'm not even on camera. I'm not even on camera. How do you know how I look? You can't even dox me because I didn't give you shit about me. You'll never know anything about me. I'm not that dumb. Mm-mm. And you don't have nothing to lose in life. So some people have things to lose. You don't. Okay? Some people have a lot of things going on for them. And they're not going to be stooping down to your level and do what you want. Okay?
And that's the whole thing about it.
She can
It's
see Indigo. There we go. You're on screen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
excuse me. I was drinking a soda and went down the wrong pipe. That's the whole thing about it was the simple fact that we had a discussion. I was like, because she was going off on one proud grandma and she was calling her all kind of drunks and stuff out of the blue, and I was like, well, wait a minute, how talking about she was falling down drunk and all this type of stuff, and that's how the whole thing started, and I was like, Tracy, why are you calling her all these drunks and stuff when you're always defending somebody who's, in my opinion, a person who's still in their active addiction. And then that's what made her mad with me. And in my opinion, and I can have my own opinion.
What proof does she have that Proud Glamour is a drunk? That's what
And
I want to know.
And that's what she was saying. That's why you always falling down hurt. Your back is always hurting, this, that, and the other. And then she turned around and started calling me a drunk. And then she proceeded to lie and say that she saw me backstage one time when she was waiting to put me on, and I showed her my foot while I was backstage. Why would Tracy? But she couldn't even figure out a good enough lie to say why I would be backstage showing her my foot, and my foot was black. But Tracy, why would I show you my foot? Can you get past that lie? What reason would I have to show a imbecile any part of my body? Like, am I asking you for any type of medical advice, Tracy? No, I would have no reason to show you anything on my body because there's no medical advice I could get from an imbecile. Like, are you serious?
Oh, and I heard that I don't wear deodorant. She was grasping for straws. She was like, "Where's your deodorant, bitch? Where's your deodorant?"
And she wears the deodorant from her cellmate that she get locked up
Right,
from calling the police on other people and get locked up herself from. So
right.
that's where she wears her deodorant from. So does she really want to talk about deodorant? Because oh my god, because we know she sits up in the house and doesn't know her water is off for 3 days in snowstorms.
I'm the worst person for her to try
Oh
to
my
to,
god.
to speak ill of, because my life is nothing like hers at all, at all.
Exactly.
You don't
Thank
know people.
God.
You see a whole avatar up here. You don't know shit. You see an avatar on here talking to you. You don't know shit. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Leave
Like,
people alone.
I mean, and then to resort to lying, and when we've seen the squalor that she wallows in.
We went a little bit off topic, but this is how did she get in the whole mix? Because we're talking about moderators modding for other content creators,
Yeah,
and she
that's
was one of the ones. And she was one of the ones we started talking about. I think we started talking about how she was acting over there by Clyde Diva, because she was like one of those, according to Jay Wilson, rogue mods. She was acting all crazy over there. People used to be afraid to drop down. And we already know that Clyde Eva blocks people a lot when they say the simplest of things. So she was over there going off, blocking people, timing people out. And the funniest thing is one of the when she just started moderating for that lady MU, it was a whole problem over there because she'll be blocking people or timing them out, and then MU will be there saying, "Don't block anyone, don't block anyone." So that was an issue over there. But while she's there, um, not blocking people, or MU would go ahead and unblock everyone that they blocked, right? But at the
hmm
same time, she has her own personal channel that she's over there blocking people who say stuff about MU. So she
hmm
is losing subscribers and support for
hmm
MU because she's
hmm
blocking them if they say stuff about MU. But at the
hmm
same time, if she blocks anyone over by MU, 100% they'll all be unblocked. So who
hmm
is damaging whose platform? She's
Exactly.
damaging her platform at the end of the day. So
Exactly.
she doesn't think stuff through. I can't
Yeah.
expect anything better from her.
She's a pea
Mm-mm.
brain. Yeah, and that's another thing. She and when she did that little rant on me, she sat up there and lied. You were over there talking about MUPUSS. I didn't even mention that woman. But in her lie, you're talking about who MU screwing because somebody over there at relayed over it when I was at Proud Grandma. They said she's talking about your husband. I see, because I wasn't gonna go over there to Tracy's page when she put my name in the title. And I was like, oh, I'm not going over there. And they said, oh, she said something about your husband. I said, oh, wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute. Okay, I may go over there
I
now.
know that's
And
why
then
you went. I knew it.
and then and then when I went over there, I said, she's like, did you say that I'm doing did you say that I'm doing membership lives to get subscribers or whatever the lie she said. And I said, no, no, that's not what I said. Yes, you did, and I have it. And I said, well, if you have it, pull it up. Because that wasn't what I said. I said she was doing membership live to uh to tell
Tell
people that her
people.
tell people that her case was dismissed. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said. And then
Yeah.
she said, that is what you said. I have it. I said, well, if you have it, pull it up. Oh, I'm having it. Do you have it? Send me the email. I said, so while we're waiting on that email, did you discuss my husband? I don't even know your husband. Yeah, did you discuss my husband? I said that, yeah, because you were over there discussing MU's.
Oh
Now, I
Lord.
didn't say anything about MU. I didn't say anything about that trash. And and I didn't. So then she's over there lying that I'm discussing that, over there discussing her. See, she's the one who has to discuss this chick all day, every day. See, I don't have to discuss anything about this chick, and she the one who has to make her relevant in her life to have content or to have something to discuss. She's not a shiny object for me to discuss. So and she's just ridiculous. She's just
I could care
totally
less what MU is
ridiculous.
doing.
Yeah,
I could care less. I don't care. I don't give a hot damn what MU is doing.
yeah. So
Cause I can't care so much about somebody who doesn't care for themselves. I
exactly.
can't.
I like. Are
Mm-mm.
you serious? Like, oh God.
Mm-mm. Ugh. You know what? Let's move on to the next question. To
Mm-hmm.
avatar or not to avatar? That is the question. Okay, so we want to know, do you care if content creators use avatars, or do you prefer to see them on screen? What do you think? Does it add to the whole experience? Hold on, let me drop this link. You
Oh,
can tell me what you
content
think.
creators. Content creators. I think it adds to the whole experience. It depends on what content they're doing, though.
Mhm.
If they're just talking like conversation, and if they are interactive, like you don't have to be on the screen because your content, like you add other things, like when you give your games, when you do your games and all the other stuff, and your content is so mind stimulating that we don't need to see you because you stimulate us with other visuals. You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
it's so thought provoking that we really don't need to see you. And you always have other different things flashing up on the screen and things like that. And yeah, so we don't need to see you.
Let me see some of the stuff that Call the Law says it doesn't matter to me. One programmer says it doesn't bother me at all. And then you got some people saying, show your face, show your face. And I'm like, but there are no answers up in my face for you. Like, do I need why do I need to do what you want me to do? You know? Feminuar says, I prefer on screen, it makes them more relatable. I understand what you're saying. Barney says, I don't care. The less we see is the better, though. Okay, Team AJ says they only want them to show their faces so they can drag them and or dox them. That is what they do over here. And to be honest, they are the very same reason why
Mhm.
people don't want to show their faces on here. They are the very same reason why people, and it's not being
Mhm.
afraid or anything, they're the very same people who cause people not to want to come down and start channels over here in this particular area of our community on YouTube because of how vile they are and the type of disgusting stuff they do when they got people's photos or videos. You know what I'm saying? Call the Law says, I'm usually not looking at the screen because I'm busy doing other things. Call the Law also says he I wish some people would stop coming on camera. There are some
Mhm.
people who I would much prefer for them to turn their cameras off, to be really honest. It'll do them a whole lot better. You
I think
know?
I think when it's like I think when it's interactive, you don't need the camera, and I think sometimes when it's more like story time and stuff, people
Mm-hmm.
kind of be like, you kind of want to see them and see if they're genuine or whatever. I think it's a little difference in that, but you don't have to see them, but it kind of makes you want to like see where they're coming from or whatever, read their faces or
Read
something
their
like that.
expressions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not you don't have to see them, but it may want some people to we wanted to read their expressions, read their faces, and you want to get that contact with them. But you have a more interactive chat, and you have people coming on, and you tease the brain a little bit more, so you don't need to see you. You
I
understand what
get
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And I've somebody said this to me before and I'm saying, when you were growing up, did you like listen to the radio? Did you enjoy the content, of the presenters, the radio host? Did you need to see their face to enjoy their content? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
once it is something that is entertaining to me, even though I am also a visual person, I'm also a visual learner,
Mhm.
I'm okay with, I'm also good at my auditory skills are okay. I
Mhm.
listen also,
Mhm.
and it makes you remember stuff better that way when you listen, to be honest. Well, for me, right? So when you were listening to the radio, you loved a person, the host personality, you love the music they played, you love whatever they came with. You enjoy their content, and you didn't need to see their faces. So in the same way, that's the same thing I think about this. And for those who also like listen to podcasts too, you don't need that.
Mhm.
And a lot of people tend to think that people who don't come on camera, that they're afraid to show their face. It's not necessarily that they're afraid or they got something to hide. It's just the
They
nature of the
have
sector that they have to be a part of, as well as if they have certain things.
And
They don't
or
want to get
wise,
messed up.
some people who had some people who don't have anything to lose will cause you to lose everything. And you
Repeat that one, Ronnie. Repeat that one.
some people who don't have anything to lose will cause you to lose everything. So you move accordingly.
Exactly. There you
Mm,
go. Some people have nothing to lose, and they'll try to let you who have stuff to lose it. Look at how many people got so caught up in this stupid YouTube thing. They have lost their jobs because they've been showing themselves, and not only showing themselves, showing a little bit too much of
mhm,
them, and giving away small details, and people get to find stuff out about them, and they end up losing their jobs, or their jobs get flooded with calls, you know, to talk about their online activities and stuff. You
mhm,
know, it is too much. But for those who are self-aware and they know who they are, they don't have to worry about appeasing anyone on here. That is all I gotta say. I was just wondering because sometimes you'll hear people cussing people out and say you're afraid to show your face.
mhm,
And I'm like, nobody's afraid to show their face. They just choose not to. It's a
mhm.
choice.
And
Don't you got a
nobody,
choice?
and all that is a ploy to just get more information so they can try to cause you to lose everything. And that's all that is a ploy to pull you in so they can get more access to you to try to
Mm-hmm.
cause you to lose everything. That's all that is.
Right. And then I also think, for example, some people who don't show their faces on here, they have no right to tell people that they how they look. Well, you can, but if you don't show yourself on here, how can you be cussing someone out and telling them they're ugly and stuff when you may be right there behind the avatar looking like a truck run over your face, you know? So it is what it is. I was just thinking about it the other day to find out, are people drawn to, or are people getting comfortable to the thought of, just having avatars to look at, or people not showing themselves on here? Because a lot of us who were here before, we're not accustomed to it. We're accustomed to seeing the content creators on screen, right? So I guess Pizarro is one of the first. I'm trying to think if I missed anyone who actually, she's one of the persons who is here with only an avatar, and people got to fall in love with her personality. Some hate her, it's okay,
I was just about to
but
say,
some
excuse
do
me,
hate her.
excuse me.
Some people say they don't like her voice and stuff, but she's managed to put a footing in the sector even without showing her face like the others who have been here for a long time, you know? So, and then we heard about Sir King, and then there's Thumb Down. I don't watch Thumb Down, but there's Thumb Down. Who else have I heard that stays on their avatars? But I'm thinking that a lot of people are getting more accustomed to seeing it, and they're more accepting of people being are using avatars, and they're more invested in the content that they have to offer. And I agree with you, Proud Glamour. Sometimes people just don't feel like getting all dressed up. I know that for a fact. I am not the type of person who likes doing like makeups and stuff, makeup and all of that stuff. It's not my thing, but I do wear it when I have to. But I'm not about to be coming on here and trying to fake the funk and whatever when I know I want to sit down. I know I want to be standing, walking around while I do my content or whatever. No, I don't got time for that. Call the Law says, when I see someone new on camera, I start thinking, you are crazy for being on camera, right? Listen, if I had started in a whole nother sector, I wouldn't have thought twice to come on camera. I'm telling the honest truth. But it is just based on what I've been observing over here for the past couple years that I've been watching. Well, 4 or 5 years that I've been watching over here. It makes you have to think twice before you do stuff because people can be so low down on here, right? So I guess it all depends on the area or the community, what area, what type of content you offer on YouTube. And I've seen for myself countless channels, well, not a lot, channels that they don't show their face, they upload videos, that's it. And they have millions, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So while it may be a requirement down here in this little sector or section of YouTube, there are other places in YouTube land that people are using their avatars and they're doing like really well. They're making like really good money on here, you know? Yamin says they speak up. Okay. Right. Progama says the pandemic made it easier for people to use their avatar. We got lazy during the pandemic and the evolution of StreamYard. That's true. Team AJ says whatever little content. I enjoy being over here, but then some people make you gotta be you they make you think twice. That's all I gotta say. Um Call the Law says, why do y'all think the sector is dead? Is it? Is the sector dead? Or is it some of these people in here, their soul is dead? That's the real question. Deep inside, they are dead. They are dead and they have nothing about them that makes them think about other people but themselves.
I don't
They
think
are
this.
unable to love.
I don't think this sector is dead. I think the vileness of the sector has really taken a hold, and I think that it has really uh, put a knocked a lot of people back on their heels, and has put a lot of people back in the shadows, and has made a lot of people withdraw into the clouds. And like a lot of people said, they don't want to fall down. A lot of people don't even want to fall down in the chats because it has gotten so vile and repulsive, by the way that the content creators act and are so bold in their disgusting behaviors that we talked about earlier. So I think that that's what's going on, and so unrepentance in the ignorant shit that they do around here. So I think that that's what's going on, and I think that until and all this grown 40 and 50-year-old adults saying that they can't tell other people how to fight, uh type of mentality going on, you know it's you know
I've said that before. but but I've given my statement before because whenever stuff happen over here, I do give my opinions and I'm saying I don't think this is right or that is right. But at
yeah.
the end of the day, I don't tell y'all how to fight. You know why I say that? Because I came over here in the sector, seen you guys behave this way. So I can't tell you what to do, but at the end of the day, I can speak out about what I don't like.
I
You
I'm
know,
while I may not tell you how to, okay, you can have that opinion. While I may not tell you how to fight, I'm going to say what I feel that is that is right or wrong. I'll put it that way.
right, right,
I will speak up
right.
for right and wrong. Okay,
Yes,
so
I agree.
you
I
can do
agree with
you
you.
can do as you choose, but I will
Hmm.
speak up for what I feel is right and wrong.
Right. I'll give my opinion of what I think is right or wrong, but at the same time,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you
You can
shouldn't
do
do
it.
this.
You can do
Don't
it as
do
you
it that way."
choose.
No.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. Right.
We all have free will.
Femme Noir says the sector is dead because everybody is in cliques and collectively attacks one or two people. So when a person that feeds into it like fire leaves, there's no content because they will never call each other out. Okay, that's your view. Femme Noir, I was asking a question last night. The people who have the globes on their names, when Fi leaves the sector or leaves YouTube, as she says, where do those people go? Do they have to take the globes off their name? Do they create new accounts? Because I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. I don't know. Let me know. She says people do not call out the vile bullshit. Okay. Yamin says no one is gonna tell me. Okay, let's go to the next one. To wrap this one up, I don't think that if a person chooses to use an avatar, it should be a problem. Judge people based on the content they bring or the lack thereof. Okay? So I do watch people on screen. Yes,
Like
it's
they
easier
say,
to get the
ignorance is
emotions.
bliss.
Right. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you for giving a thumbs up. And for those who are here, please remember to give the video a like and to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Here's the last question. Now, this one I like to hear. Is it okay to post other people's nudes or their address online? Hmm.
No,
It is never okay. It is never okay. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't even matter if I like the person on here or not. At the end of the day, I don't think what happened in your personal life or, people's personal information should be placed online. If you guys, oh, I should say oods. I don't have time for that shit. Oods and erder. I am not living off the money from this thing. The only thing I'll try to not say is the C word. You know what? COVID, whatever. It's not like I'm living off this thing. Okay, so is it okay to post other people's nudes or address online? I don't think so. I don't think it is
you say
because
you say oohs and erders, but then you go and post full nude pictures of somebody in your community wall. Get the fuck out of
oh,
here.
smart, right?
No,
Can
dumb.
people can people are coming can people strike report community walls also? I don't know if that's possible. But if you that is crazy, right, Ronnie? That
No,
is
that's
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
That is
That's
come to
ignorant.
think of it. Come to think of it. You don't want to say the words because you
You
want to
don't
be
want to say the word
monetized.
nude, but you go post full vaginas on your community wall.
I heard about it. I heard about it. I can't say I couldn't believe because it is who it is. But how does and the fight isn't hers. Why did she even post?
A dumb
Ugh,
dude bitch.
I don't get it. 'Cause the person who is involved did not decide to post it, but she took it on her head to go post the person's nudes. I don't
And
get it.
the person who's in the fight would tell you, "Oh, that's the first thing. Oh, I didn't post it. It's not on my wall. I didn't do it. I didn't do it." Throwing you under the bus big time. That's the
Right.
first thing to come out their mouth. I didn't do it. It's not on my wall. Go to my lackey's page. I didn't do it. My lackey did it.
So, um, even though I mean, like the parties involved, who do these things, some of them, it doesn't take away from the fact that I don't think it is something. Um, it, it speaks about your moral code. It speaks about how you have no respect for yourself or for others. Um, if something happens between yourself and someone and it's on YouTube and it was only over words, why would you then, hey, Sticks girl, why would you then take it a step further to go into the person's personal life, private life, to find their address and then post it online? What is it that you are hoping to accomplish when you did that? What is it that you are hoping to achieve? Is it that you want people to talk about you and what you did? Is it that you want to pose harm to the person or their family? Some of the times these people have children at their homes and stuff. So you're having a problem with the parent, but then the stuff that you do is going to affect their family. Because even if you don't go to that person's physical address, you got a lot of crazy people who have access to the internet, and they may just get all caught up in this shit and want to go and cause harm to that person. They may live in the same neighborhood as the person, and they may end up going there to hurt them. So I don't think it's a good idea to post people's addresses online
Hmm.
at all.
Exactly. Exactly. But you're too stupid to understand that. Or maybe you hope that that does happen. Maybe you're so diabolical that you wish that that does happen. And I don't put it past some some of these ignorant people to really wish that this happens to people. And I hate to say it, but I do think that some of these people actually wish that this happens to people when they do put their addresses out there.
That is true. Call the Law says doxing used to be shocking. It's not anymore. The next thing is real jail time, then death. Well, there have been two real jail times on here, and hopefully there'll never be any death. You know, people need to think before they do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to think before you make certain types of decisions. You know, it is really crazy the things that people do on here, and I don't know if it is that they're just caught up in the moment, and it's like they get this YouTube high.
But the
You
thing,
know,
but the thing about it is the same thing that make you laugh will make you cry. You got to remember that.
yeah. And then I don't get it. And then those same people who do these things, they'll come back and they'll comment on other topics and acting like they have morals after that. And we're supposed to listen to you after we've seen you do certain things. Mm-mm. And revenge post, they can also land you up in jail. So you got to be careful of some of the stuff you do. It is not right. Femme Noir says they have no life outside of YouTube. So a lot of people were shocked the other day when Jay Dunn posted intrusion. What other name does she have? She has a lot of in names. I was shocked when I saw it. I couldn't believe Jay Dunn did it, but then I knew why she did it. But then it still didn't give her a reason to. You know, Jay Dunn is the type of person she says do not lie on her, or those receipts will come out. But I think there could have been other ways to deal with it, instead of doing that.
What was the lie?
So
What was Jada? Okay, it was.
I think she was saying that the lady intrusion, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, um, that intrusion was lying to say that Jaden was trying to get with her and she didn't want her or whatever. Something to that effect. So Jaden was like, are you sure about that? I
Okay.
was trying to get with you. You were the one who was trying to get with me. She was acting like it wasn't a thing. Like, oh, we were just talking for a few weeks, like it wasn't anything. But Jaden actually showed how far they went and some of the things that happened. And if you weren't with Jaden or trying to be with her, why would you have sent her that naked pic? And I think that is what Jaden was trying to show. You
So
know,
if you was talking, that don't mean oh my god. Okay, there was no reason for Jay Dunn to do
she didn't have
what
to
she
do it.
did. I don't give a fuck
Mm-mm.
what Jay Dunn is saying. What
The
nothing
reason.
justifies
Mm-mm.
what Jay Dunn did because all of that is null and void. Uh, that woman could have been right in everything she said, and it does not justify Jay Dunn sending the picture. That woman could have had a one night stand with Jay Dunn and been correct in everything she said and said, I wasn't trying to get with Jay Dunn. Yeah, I'm hooked up with Jay Dunn one night, but no, I was not trying to get with Jay Dunn. That woman could have met Jay Dunn, slept with Jay Dunn the first night, and no, I was not trying to get with Jay Dunn. See, those two things could be correct. and she could have actually hooked up with Jay Dunn and could not have been trying to be in a relationship with Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn was wrong, and she had no right to do the things that she did. And she's always trying to justify it. And the simple fact that Jay Dunn exposed herself for having panties. Jay Dunn gives off serial killer vibes to me. Jay Dunn has panties, 3-year old panties of people of
Oh
different
Lord.
women. That's serial killer vibes to me. That's some creepy ass. That's some creepy ass type of stuff. I bet Jay Dunn is got mannequins in the closet too. What other type of serial killer trinkets she got in boxes around that old condo she got around there. I hate to dig up her backyard. What else she got around that motherfucker? Jay Dunn is creepy.
Jaden was trying to humble that girl. Don't lie on her. But the thing, the way she did it, I didn't like it. I've said it before. We don't always have to agree. On certain things that happen here. I think it was a way to humble that girl, that lady, to let her know that don't play with me. But there could have been other things that you could have done. There would have been other ways to do it. And that lady came out on here so nice and quiet. She's like, no, I was just doing this. And guess what? She was saying, oh, we were just having a conversation about my stomach. And, I wanted to show her. But then at the end of the day, the whole pic did not suggest, oh, I'm trying to show you my stomach. You are bearing it all. So like what kind of relationship or how far did the relationship go for you to be so comfortable to show like a full body picture like that? You know? It is crazy. And I get what you're saying. She should not have to go that far, so as to put up her pics. And I don't even agree with people putting out messages, to be honest, but I digress, you know. And you got to remember, once this one pic has been shown, people have access to it and people will share these images, right? And it will also help to humiliate that person even more. And the worst part of it is that woman has children big enough that are able to go online and see, stuff about their mom. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy. It is crazy. We always got to think about the children when we make certain types of decision and how it affects them. It's a small world and it is very easy for persons to get access to these types of things. It is really crazy.
But I don't understand who is sending nude pics out to people on the internet that you have no. I don't get it. At women of certain ages, I mean, who? mhm, I just, I don't know. Especially, has she not heard of Jadon? Does she not know what Jadon gives? I mean,
Of course, she knows. I'm almost certain I was over there by Pizarro's one night, and Pizarro was on the panel, and they were telling her to be careful. This was way before they started like talking and stuff with each other. So people had already warned her, to be careful of some of the stuff they do. She does, but she was okay. She was okay with it. And I don't even think they were talking for like a whole month good before. I don't know. Maybe I'm old fashioned. I'm sorry. I don't know. It isn't that easy for you to get no body parts of me. I am sorry. I gotta know. And even if I know that we're gonna be in a committed relationship, even then I still won't be sending stuff. Your phone could get lost. There could be so many things, so many ways those pics could come out. I am sorry. Mm-mm. Right, Glamour. It was after all the Bambi stuff. And that girl knew what she was doing. She heard about Jay Dunn. So
Bambi
was there a plan?
and Bambi just got re-released last week or so. I mean, like, oh my God, Bambi, shoot, Bambi. got a new edition release. I mean, like, shit. So, I mean, it's like never ending with J Dunn. So I mean, this is J Dunn is ridiculous with it.
I'm not sure if the person's if the intrinsic intrusion lady is going to like pursue this. I'm not sure because I glimpsed over by her community wall one was it yesterday or the day before, and at one point she was apologizing, and another point she wasn't. I don't know. And then at one point I heard she called her. So it's like a whole game. It's like a whole game. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm just
Never.
taking stuff over here for the entertainment purposes. Isn't it a federal crime to distribute these type of private visuals of intimate parts? Is it? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't
Because there
know.
was no consent, to share in the photo. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, the lady's
Isn't
in
it?
her 40s.
Isn't it against YouTube
Policies.
guidelines and policies
Mm-hmm.
to show total nude pictures online? At
Yeah.
least Jay Dunn had them scribbled out in certain areas. The other C-Hag had full nude pictures on there. Full,
For a full
unedited, unedited, unedited.
Jesus.
No scribble marks, full.
I guess she was so excited to put it on her wall. She didn't even try to to edit the thing. I didn't see it
Unedited.
because I'm not subscribed to her, so I didn't go look. But I heard about it, and that is just crazy. That
So
is so
isn't it?
crazy
I
to
don't
me.
understand. You know, the exploitation of black women, and this is done by other black women, and and the exploitation of black women that goes unchecked, and then we wonder why it's not taken seriously when black women are go missing, are murdered, and things like that. When you see black women don't even take the exploitation of black women seriously themselves. It's just really disgusting.
I'm sorry, Ronnie. I gotta mute real quick. Sorry, guys. I had to be doing something in the background. I'm sorry. Let me see. Call the Law says she gets an adrenaline rush from YouTube, but the thought of her getting attacked scared her. I'm guessing that is the other lady over there. I'm not sure. Right. Yeah. It was wrong. But you can't tell her she's wrong because she doesn't see it. Maybe a couple years down the road, hopefully, she'll really see, but she doesn't see that what she did was wrong. She
And
doesn't.
did you hear what I said about the exploitation of black women?
Yeah, I
Why it
did.
doesn't get taken seriously?
What
Okay,
do you think is the reason for this?
because we don't take it seriously. You know, you just that was just two examples of black women exploiting other black women, uh, uh, and themselves. Two examples of black women sexually exploiting other black women.
That is it. It is. It is at the end of the day, it boils down to respect. Some people don't have respect for themselves, so they don't even know how to show respect to others, and it is quite sad. That is all I gotta say. That is all I gotta say. And you're doing it for clicks and views and maybe a
Hmm.
little change because you're looking at the end of the day, you're looking for the type of response that YouTube will give to you for posting that. You're looking at for some people who have their channels monetized for the few coins that you'll get for the people who come to look, you know. You're just doing this for selfish gains at the end of the day without any thought of how your actions affect others.
And
That is
then
crazy.
so when when black girls and women go missing, uh, you when the police don't look for them, when the police don't take it seriously, when black women get raped and the police don't go and look for the rapists, the police don't take it seriously. When black women are molested and nobody takes it seriously, see, uh, these are the ramifications of nobody taking black sexual abuse and black sex crimes seriously, because black women are not even taking it seriously themselves.
That is true. I agree with you.
Well, some black women, not all black women. It's
Some, not most.
just
It's just a very
disgusting.
few.
Yeah, just
Mm.
disgusting. You remember a couple of weeks ago in Memphis, Tennessee, there was a white heiress that went missing, and they found her dead. She was an heiress, and her grandfather was a billionaire in Memphis, Tennessee, and she went out jogging early one morning, and they had video footage of a black man on the side of a car who grabbed her and got her into the car, and they found her flip-flops, and then about a couple of days later they found her body behind empty apartments in Memphis, Tennessee.
Is that some Fletcher woman?
Yes.
Was- Yeah, I think I heard about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the thing about that is, last year, October of last year, there was a black woman who was raped, and uh, she went to the hospital and she had a rape kit done. They got DNA. That white woman who was raped, they got the DNA analyzed and they got the DNA back within a few hours, and within 18 hours, they had this DNA and they had matched it to the suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this black woman who was raped in October of last year, 2021, was the same man.
Oh wow.
She was raped. They did a rape kit. They never analyzed the DNA until after they caught this guy who killed this Fletcher woman. So they let the black woman's rape kit sit all this time, but the white
Mm.
woman's rape kit was analyzed within hours.
I guess that's because of the money. That not only the money because of the pull that her family have
Mm-hmm.
has, but also the fact that a lot of people they don't society in general don't
Mm-hmm.
respect black women,
Mm-hmm.
and it just is what it is.
But see,
It's a harsh reality,
uh huh,
but it is. So they'll more try to find out or pursue certain cases
uh huh,
when it has to deal with people of other descent
uh
as
huh,
opposed to those who are black. So
uh
you'll
huh.
find a lot of black families suffering because they don't got the pull, they don't got the financial pull to make certain moves, to get certain tests done, to get certain
Mm-hmm.
things revealed quickly to them.
But
And
but but to see the but see, that's really backwards thinking. See, because since the black woman's life wasn't important,
mm-mm.
the white woman's life wasn't important either. See, because if you had placed some importance on the black woman's life and got her rape kit done like you do every other person's
Hold on, was her
life
sorry, I'm sorry to cut you. Was the black woman's rape done before?
before,
Oh, there we go. Okay,
the
keep
black
going.
woman was
So
raped in 2021. So if you had
if it
placed
was
some
assessed before.
if you had placed some importance on all women's rape kits,
Mm-hmm.
the man would have already been in jail, and he wouldn't have been able to
To
have
do it
commit the
to
rape
the
and
white
murder
woman.
on a white woman. You see what
Right.
I'm
I get
saying?
it. I just
So
I got
so
that part.
trying to place more importance on wealthy people or people
Mhm.
of other races doesn't make sense. See,
Right.
people try to, put more importance on this person or that person when you're playing you're working ass backwards.
Right.
Everybody's important, and trying to say this person is more important than that one, when you're letting people, when you're putting all these rape kits on the shelves and letting these predators remain on the street because you're not putting any importance on the people's whose black women's lives, and you're letting these predators stay on the streets. That was my point.
Who was this was the man, you said it was a black man that did this?
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm, that is
Yeah.
sad. Mm-mm.
Yeah. But that's what that was
I
just
I
my
get what
point.
you're saying, because I at first I didn't know that it was the black woman's rape kit was done first.
Mhm.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for the show. We gotta really start respecting ourselves and respecting other women around us, especially black women. We need to be able to understand that we are being exploited out here. People don't respect us on here. We're going through a lot of things, in society, a lot of setbacks and stuff. Hey, and Renee.
And additionally, the black woman lived. And additionally, the black woman met him on Plenty of Fish, and
What?
yes, she met him on a Plenty of Fish for a date on a dating site. She pulled up, and they did no investigation. She pulled up the site. He had already pulled his page down. They didn't investigate to try to find out more information
What?
about his dating app site, his
In his
dating
history.
history, or to pull up where his page came from. They didn't investigate Plenty of Fish. They didn't investigate his phone number. She had his phone number in her phone. They didn't
Mm,
investigate, pull his phone log. She said that he
mm-hmm,
had touched his phone. They didn't take her phone. They didn't take his phone number out of her phone. They did no
mm-hmm. If
investigation.
if
She
proper
said
investigation was done,
exactly.
that
She
could have
said that he
solved.
touched her phone. They didn't dust her phone for his fingerprints. They didn't do any of these things. She was willing to give her phone so they could dust it for
Mm-hmm,
his fingerprints. They didn't do
mm-hmm.
any type of investigation to find this man, and they had all the opportunities to find this
Right,
person, and they did not try to get justice for this person, for this woman. So, they didn't care.
right. I
So,
get what you're saying.
yeah.
Oh wow, that is so sad. And if they had dealt with that case, you know, it when it happened immediately, and went through the right procedures and so on, that other Fletcher lady, she would have never been raped. That man would have been behind bars a long time ago. Nobody would have died. They just didn't want to follow through with, you know, the case, only because the woman was black. And it goes back. Is it prejudice? We should say, is it prejudice? Should we call that prejudice? Hmm. What is the right term to use? I don't know. Or let me use bias, as Yamin says, that black women in general, they have a harder time in this system than white people do. And we don't want to have our own black women, especially here on YouTube, fighting with each other, and doing these low blows. There's enough oppression going on out there. We're going through enough out there in the world. So I don't see why we need to be doing certain things on here to each other. We don't, as Ronnie says, to exploit each other for a few YouTube coins. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
It
this
makes no sense when you guys hurt each other. It really doesn't, to be
yeah.
honest.
So it was, that, this type of stuff is just like really deplorable. I mean, this is just such lowbrow type of behavior. It's beyond the pale.
It'll continue to happen. It won't stop, right? It won't. People will talk about it, but I don't know if they're waiting for something drastic to happen, but you'll find very few people who will speak out against some of the stuff that happened on here, and you got other people who have to keep on mute because they don't want to offend other people, and they
Yeah,
want to make sure that the cliques that they're a part of that they're comfortable in it.
yeah, I'm here for the show. Yes, and that's the thing that kills me. They do. They always they have DNA kits piled up, and they talking about the backlog, the DNA kits, and all this type of stuff. And it's just like w- it seems like what's so hard? Why is the backlog of all these DNA kits? What's so hard to run
That's
a
where
DNA sample test? Like, why does it take years to get a DNA kit?
that's where the
Uh,
prejudice comes in.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Who said that there's a I'm here for the show says there's a documentary about all the unresolved cases, rape cases that have DNA that has not been processed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is quite
it's about
unfortunate.
them not taking our cases seriously.
They don't have, they claim to not have the funding and the staff. So you're saying you don't think it's only skin color? I think skin color has a lot to do with it too.
No,
And also the fact that people don't respect women on here. I think skin color has to do with it, has a lot to do with it. And this lie about not having enough funding and staff, I don't believe
well,
that.
no, because how can they if how can they how can they get her kit back within hours, and this black woman's kit has said over 9 months.
Right. What is the difference? What is it? One has pull, one doesn't.
One's grandfather was a billionaire, a
Billionaire.
white billionaire, and one was just a online college black college student, and one's grandfather was a white billionaire. What's the difference?
Oh, I'm here for the show says some of the those who were on the backlog were white women as well, but they were not people of means, so they were not wealthy. So in the case of Fletcher, she had a millionaire in her family. Who knows what pull that person had in the community, you know? And if they had to grease palms to get stuff done, who knows who he knew and what would happen if that rape kit wasn't done and if, investigations weren't done right then and there, you know? It was all about her family having money. It
Yeah,
is. Mm-hmm.
white. So yeah, so did the pool really matter though? So did the pool really matter? So you know his pull really didn't matter when it all comes
Because she died.
boils down to it because she's dead.
She's dead.
You know what
I
I'm
knew you were
saying?
saying that. He wanted answers. They wanted answers. They got it. But at the end of the day, she is dead. Yeah, she's dead. It's quite unfortunately. It does, Yamain. It does. And we're always on the shitty end of the stick. I tell you. We're always on the shitty end most of the times. Hold on. I'm here for the show says that ninja picked the wrong one and the right one at the same time. His number was up. It's quite unfortunate that people had to experience that before he was caught. And at the same time, how many other people did he do it to?
Oh,
How many other people?
he had just gotten out of jail after doing 20 years for
Oh,
kidnapping and doing that to somebody else. He had just
oh
gotten out of
Lord.
jail on a 20-year stint.
Oh Lord. He is institutionalized. He went right back for doing
Right
the
back.
same freaking thing. That is crazy.
Is that insane?
You spent 20 years for doing something like that and you came out just only to do the same thing again? Oh, Lord. Mm-mm. I don't get it. I don't. All the law says they can be rehabilitated. Unfortunately, some can, some do, especially with the support of their family and stuff. They do. But then you got others, they come out, they're just a menace to society and to their families. It is quite unfortunate. It is. Well, all right. I guess that's where we are for today, guys. We've managed to successfully. Oh, she's and I'm here for the show. Said it was done in broad daylight, right? And nobody can say, "Oh, she shouldn't have been jogging at 4:30 that morning. Oh, she shouldn't be dressed so scant. She shouldn't have been so scantily clad because she was gonna go jog and whatever." No, some people tend to blame it on women and on how they dress, or oh, she should have known better than to do this. No, the man is a rapist. It sorry, I'm fumbling over my words. The man is a rapist and it just is what it is. I hate when people do that when they speak ill. They speak about, oh, she should never have been dressed like that. She caused that on herself. She did this to herself, you know? And at the same time, guys, for those who are off having online relationships, you got to be careful about what you post with people. You got to be careful. Like my mom told me when I was growing up as a child, anybody you're going to be with, always do your research. That's she's always said, do your research. Not only is she saying, she's always like, go check out their family. You should know about their family background. Don't let them know you're doing. She always said, do your research. And you also she's also always like, you don't want to hear that you're with someone who's in your family. You don't want to hear that you're with someone who their family may have certain type of mental illnesses, and you're gonna have children with that with that person. I'm laughing now, but when I was younger, I could not understand why she kept saying it to me. But
Mm-hmm.
I see the reasons for it. Always, I know that a lot of you date online. Well, a lot of people. I'm still old fashioned. I'm not old. I'm old fashioned. I'm getting older, but at the same time, I much prefer seeing people. I much prefer communicating with people when I see
Mm-hmm.
them, face to face and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
am not going to be meeting with anyone online. I am sorry. I don't do those things. And I am going to search. I'm going to find out everything I need to know before I get with you. I'm sorry. That is just how I am. I can't do
Carrie,
no better. Hmm?
Carrie, can you recall the law? Women who get ARD wear sweatpants and hoodies. Uh, Do you
Yeah.
mean men? Wait a minute.
No,
I,
because when I was saying earlier on that some people complain that, oh, she was scantily clad, that's why that happened. So I guess call the law is saying,
oh,
come on,
okay.
people who even wear sweatpants and hoodies
Okay.
get that
Okay.
happen.
I didn't understand that one at first. Okay.
Right. I'm here for the show says, yep, you got to meet the family and watch how they treat each other. That is so true. That is true. She's
That's very
always
true.
said that because you don't want to be with someone who is violent. Find she's like always find out about stuff about them. Always do your own research. Do whatever you need to do. Ask around and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um.
and you hear about those sick people who go in and constantly rape. Sorry, constantly do that to old people. Like I'm here for the show said, I be watching those ID channel things, and I see those poor old women who they go in and do that too, and I'm like, oh, that is just horrific.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, those people are something else.
Right, Yamin. Ramin says, I hate when victims are blamed due to their beauty and or their attire. That is true. Right, right. I'm here for the show. You could be 80, you could be a whole 100 years, and people still come trying to, abuse you sexually. It is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. All right, guys.
All
Hey,
right. Thank you,
Sincere.
Carrie.
Thank you so much for coming up, Ronnie Q. I appreciate you as
All
always for
right.
coming up here
All right.
and
Have a
being a part
great day.
of the conversation. You too, Ronnie Q.
Nice talking
Like
to you.
as per usual, I enjoyed it. Sincere, you came in when we're about to go. Call the law says dressed down women are usually the target because they are typically relaxed. Okay, that too. So, for those who are just coming in, we had three questions. Question one, hold on, let me find question one. Question one says, should content creators be moderators for other content creators? So, we discussed that. Some people are of the opinion that it is not a good idea because sometimes the moderators will take stuff that they had from um other lives or their own thinking, what they think is of what is right or wrong, and they will be blocking people. It may also end up being to the detriment of the channel holder, you know. Another thing is that some people says it takes away from the audience, the subscribers ability to express themselves, and you'll find that less people may want to drop down in chats and less people may want to support, you know. Some people may see it as a networking thing, so it's they may share the same subscribers, so at least they would know, they'll be familiar with the subscribers and some of the things they get onto in the chat. The other one that we spoke of is to avatar or not to avatar. That is the question. Do you care if the people you watch on here use avatars, or do you prefer to see them on screen? Some people were saying it adds more value to the content. We're able to relate to them more if they're on screen. We're able to see their emotions and so on, so it may work. But on the other hand, it depends on the content that the content creator is putting out. you know it may be something that you don't need to be looking on the screen, because it depends on the interactions, the activities. It may be something that there are just discussions. It may be something that there are always visuals on the screen, so there, whether or not the content creator is there, it doesn't matter. So there were different views. Um, and the final question was, is it okay to post other people's nudes or address online? And it was all a resounding no. Okay. It is never okay. Right? So those were the three questions. And there ends our just asking segment for today. I'm wondering if I should do this again. For those who think I should do this again, let me know. I'll just call this one just asking. I think I could do this like once per week. Just asking. We'll come with like one question for the day, and I'll just come and ask that question and we'll discuss it real quick. Thank you so much, Pearl Glamour. And I really do enjoy Ronnie Q's input on certain topics. So thank you so much, Ronnie Q. Thank you so much to the chat who were very, very interactive, and they were participating in on the topics. So I appreciate that. And I want to thank you all. I appreciate the support as always. And when I say it, I actually mean it. Okay, guys. Thank you also to the moderators who were here. Thank you. Can I pronounce your name? Is it M Renee or M Renee? Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone. I haven't done I teach it, you speak it in a while. So hopefully this Wednesday I'll be able to do it, you guys. So let's see how that one goes. All right, guys. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the streets. Have a productive day. And remember, guys, it's not too late to call someone who you haven't spoken to in your family for a while now. Call them. Call them and just check up on them, especially if they're old. The older folks in your family, call them. Okay? All right, guys. Bye, everyone.